it's Jez here from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today for, I think it's part 3 now of my 4 royal journals, royal journals that I'm making. So what I've been doing is gathering all the signatures for each of the books, and it's been really useful that I can't find one, but like for each book page I put a post-it note for what size they were, and that was invaluable. So if you're doing something like this, that was really useful to do. What I've done with each signature is, so they're all made virtually similar. So I've gone through, I've made pockets where I've made pockets. I think I showed you how I made pockets in the last one. This one's just a flat pocket with no gusset. It's quite thick paper, so yeah, I did it like that. So I've gone through with little post-its and I fancy putting a picture on there. This one is going to have some sort of over the page thingy. So I'm either going to put an envelope or a hanging tag so it goes around both sides, or I might do a fabric flip. So these are just sort of ideas that I've been sort of having as I went through. I'm going to leave some pages plain. I will be putting stamps on these. I haven't written because it's kind of self-explanatory to my brain. And then I'm going to put some of these beautiful pictures in the middle in some nice way. And then I've got, again there, I'm going to do some sort of over the page thing. Got a pocket there. This one was joined on, and then a picture on the back there. So that's kind of what I've been doing. Those things might change, but that's what I did. And then I put together the other signature. So that's what I've done with all of them. So we're going to have 3 signatures there, and that's, I think, is going to be grand. 3 signatures in this one. This is massive, this one. Oh, look how beautiful that is. There's a little sneak peek of what I've been doing. I just thought that was a nice one to start there. This one, I decided I would just do a 2 signature one and not, I was gonna take this spine off and extend it, but I've decided no, that's just so beautiful, I'm gonna leave it like that. So we've got just 2 signatures there. And then this one, I've done my 3 signatures, and I think it needs more. Needs more, Jez. So what I'm going to do is, which is the next bit you're going to see in this video, I'm going to start making the tags and see how much this grows. But there's a bit of me that thinks it might even take 5. Who knows? That's quite a big spine there, and I want to use it as it is in the book. I just thought that was so lovely. I wanted to sort of keep that. So yeah, so now we're going to get on with the next bit, which would be tags, I think. Unless I changed my mind. I'm filming this way in advance of doing it. Well, I say way in advance. I'm probably going to do it today, but yeah, just thought I'd do this introduction. Okay, so let's see where we're going. So I'm going to make some clusters with a royal theme, and I got some things ready. So I've got some original royal stamps here. So I've got these ones here. I just pulled some out in different colours of the Queen, and then I've got these sort of ones that are from different parts of the Commonwealth there. So I do like these ones because they have sort of nice pictures, and then you've got the Queen in the other side. I like that one, it's the other way around. So I've got quite a few of those. My mirroring software decided to freeze then, so I'm filming without mirroring and just hope I'm stay in view. So then I've got some here that are still on like the envelope backing, and I quite like that in a cluster. I think that gives quite a nice little look, and you've got like the date, so this is from 1967, and then I've got some from King George the 6th as well, so these are much older, and I've got a few of them. I've got a few more of these. I didn't pick them all out. I've got more that aren't where I normally have them, so, and I just I did a few buttons. Don't know why. I've got a punch that does that. The fancy took me, so I did it. I have used one of my punches. I just liked this shape. Just thought it looked cool, and I've inked round. So I've done some music paper and some brown paper packaging. Thought that's quite a nice base. And I've got these little. So I've got some music books, and they just have little tiny sort of bits of music, and I just thought they were cute. So I've got some tiny ones and I've got some longer ones, and then whilst ripping them out, I ended up with lots of plain paper, and I thought I might stamp on these to create something. So there. I've got some vintage, very nearly antique glassine from one of my royal books. I've got a multitude of vintage tickets, so I want to use mostly genuine ephemera. So I'm going to show you the sort of ideas that I came up with so far. So one of those little brown paper packaging tied up with string, and that, I thought that's quite a nice little simple cluster there. This one I've actually glued together, and I know which page I want to put it on. So that is backed onto the glassine, and I've actually stitched where the button is, so like that. So yeah, just sort of playing with different ideas. Little strip of glassine there, and then I picked out a little orange stamp to go with sort of like the orange in there. Quite like that as an idea. So these are just some ideas that I am playing with that I might use. Some going sideways, some going long ways. That's just some spare. I have made some tags. I'm going to do a video on these tags and journaling cards, how I made them, but this was just me sort of trying it out. So yeah, they could just sit on top of the journaling card. I've made the journaling cards quite neutral background, so then I was thinking actually they need something else behind them to sort of give them a lift. So I decided to go back and revisit some of the, I'll show you where I was planning on putting that, some of the books I've got, and see if I can pull out some colour. Now let me just grab one of my journals that I'm working on. That's some postcards I've just purchased. So I've been working on, I've done 3 signatures in this one so far. I think it's going to need a 4th. So this signature is nearly done. So there's a little sneak peek of what I've done so far. So on that journaling card I added a picture, so I wanted to put some pictures on quite a lot of them because I think that will make them look really nice, and I want different clusters for like pocket fronts. So am I in frame? Yeah, just about. So with this one I thought that would be nice on there. That was my idea for that one. So that is the wedding cake of George V and Queen Elizabeth, his wife, not Queen Elizabeth, who's just passed away, because her mum was called Elizabeth as well. Yeah, so this was in 1923. They weren't king and queen then. It weighed 90 pounds, 990 pounds, 900 pounds. Colossal. So yeah, that was, I thought that went in there nicely, because this is, so I've started with the little, they weren't king and queen then, don't think. It's when they were still the Duke and Duchess of York. And then there's the old Queen Mary. So that's what I've done. Oh, and I did a little cluster there. This is a side tuck. It's got an out in it. Yeah, because I am, that's what these are for. So yeah, that will just tuck in there nicely. So I need quite a lot of these, because there's a few pages like here with nothing on. So I thought a little cluster to brighten up that page, sort of ish. That's where I'm going with this. So I need to make lots of these. But I wanted a bit more colour. So one of the books I've got is massive. Let me move all of these a little bit further out of the way. Let's have a look at it. Right, so it's got these massive big prints on it, and I probably won't use necessarily. I might use Westminster, because excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. I heard some screaming. It was my son being silly. So, but these borders are just gorgeous, and we've got these lovely coat of arms, and I thought they'd be great on tags and things. So I'm gonna just rip a few of these up, because I think these will be great to use. I'm not sure if some of those words I might use as well. So that's the coronation chair. Yeah, we'll probably keep that. So what I want to do with this is, no, I'll just rip down. I want to keep this picture because I might use that. But that's stunning to use. So we'll have that. I'm kind of keeping the red and gold border for this. It's quite big, but I'm thinking I might fold it. That's what I was thinking. So I might just fold that and put it in a journal. None of my journals are that big. Well, actually, one of them might be. It might fit whole in one. But yeah, so I thought these would be very cool. On a tag. So I thought it was worth going through and harvesting from these big prints the borders. And this one, that coat of arms is lovely, so I might cut it out, but use the outsides. So if you imagine one of these could have a little bit of that on it. Looks quite lovely. And then add a bit of that on it. That's what I was thinking. That's where I was going with this. So I need lots of these to help with the cluster making and the decorating of these tags. So I'm going to get on and harvest some more of these. If I just give you a little flick of what you can see I'm looking at. So that's lovely. We've got these around here are gorgeous. All of this is lovely. I might use these pictures in some way, but the outside definitely gonna be using that. This one, again, not really into using much of this, but this is stunning, very regal. Gonna use those. Likewise, these, we've got all these little coats of arms, so I thought I could cut out each of those and they'll be nice in clusters. Job for the telly. What have we got here? Oh, these gorgeous pictures. Those, I'm just going to use those pictures. So why have I got this? Oh, I liked these corner bits, but I like the pictures better. So that's actually for pictures, Jez, not... I thought these were stunning to cut out and use. And then you've got this lovely gold and green. So this is the what's on the state coach. And then again, we've got these all the way around that I will use. And oh, then we've got the crowns. I did have a thought about I might use these crowns, so I think they'll fit on pages, so I might use these individual things, but I'll use the borders in my clusters. And you've got like these very regal roses. So yeah, that's what I'm doing first. Okay, so I've got all these strips now ready, and I've got these little things that I had to cut from the sides and the bottoms, which I thought will be cool. And there's other things like these shields that I might cut off as well. So there were these pictures, which I thought some of them I might use, others I might just put in my stash for other projects. So putting them to a side for now. And I've got these things which I will use within, I'm not sure about them to be fair, but I like these. I thought that could just be folded in half. Yeah, so yeah, there's a few of those, and there's this bit here. So there as is for the moment. So let's get cluster making. So I kept all the descriptions because some of these words I might use. Yeah, so I didn't want to get rid of them. So they're part of what I might use. I think a lot of these will be more handy when I'm actually putting tags together. Right now I'm thinking more of clusters. But yeah, so I'm going to move these to the side actually. Just so let's see what we've got. So I've got these that I'd already partially made up, so I think I'll get these going. So that one was kind of clustered, and that, I like them. So I'm going to do my trick of not inking before and inking afterwards, because I prefer that, like that. I think that might be quite nice. Might use him because I've more or less fussy cut that one as I went. So you might look good amongst that ticket. No, actually no. So not that. Let's have a little bit of music. This is Canada. That's a long bit of music. Right, like that. Be nice if I had a Canadian stamp. I'm not sure that I have, but that would be good. Right, I'm holding that thought, and gonna, where's my glue? Gonna get on and stick. So gonna stick that down. Bit of lace or ribbon might be nice as well. Thought I might use little bits of lace up, but love these stamps. Can't believe I'm using them. But what else am I going to do with them? I might have that like that. Yeah, I will stick it on the back of that. My almost antique glassine that I've got there. There. That's one done. Put that in the pot. Got you in my pots. Right. So I say I was thinking corners of pages and something written on the back of that. And you know, maybe side tucks, pocket fronts. That is my thinking. Should I put a little shield with that? Let's cut that a bit better. This is that's something I can't even pronounce, so I'm not going to try. Not going to embarrass myself for a change. There we go. Up there. Up there. Anybody else talk to themselves while you're cutting things out? Done. Oh dear. And I'll wait for them to dry a little bit, and I'll go over them all with some ink. Don't think that needs a button. I do quite like it when I decide on a sort of a similar sort of way of the clusters. It makes them go together quite easily and quickly with not much thought. I've done a red one. Should I do something in a different colour? Brown. Have a brown one, please. might do some a bit more scrappy, because these are quite neat with having that punch out. Stick this. Stick it under there. I like you. Now I've got these. Quite like that. It's been cut, so I might rip it so that it's slightly more random. I think I will ink this one. Oop. Just like shot at me, that did. This could form a little sort of small tuck-ish thing. Shall I get a blue ticket? Go with it. That's a nice ticket because it's that would form a nice tuck spot actually. And no, not that one. Let's have a look at some of these other bits here. There's some good colours. A bit like that could be a tuck in a corner, or a tuck in that corner. No, I liked it like that. Maybe a bit of music behind. And then you'll have a nice little tuck down on the page. Yeah, I think we could do that. So I think when you start looking at what you've got, your scraps, ideas then start coming, don't they? quite like that. Now let's have a little look at how that could potentially look on a page. So that's upside down. So if that was to go on page like that, and I stuck it down on like 3 sides, or like that, then that could definitely be some sort of tuck to hold something. Yeah, like that. I like. You work well. So I could make some more of them. Could make some littler ones. You would make a big one. Oh, you've got Eastbourne written on you. Make a date with Eastbourne. Oh, I don't think I've ever been to Eastbourne. Sure, it's very nice. So don't want to lose me. Make a date with Eastbourne. There we go. Yeah, like that. Throwing away bits of vintage paper. So I like the idea of this being on the nice sort of this nice sort of regal bit. That's quite cool. I like that. Could put, I've got a bit of ribbon or a bit of lace that could go with that. Let's have a little look at the little bits of ribbon. Got a little bit of sheer ribbon there. A little bit. Did have something a bit darker blue down there. What's that? Oh, it's a bit of fabric actually, Jez. That's a little bit of fabric. That would make a tuck harder. Yeah, that would make a tuck harder. I'm going to grab my box of bits of lace that I created. So I've got little bits of cheesecloth and little bits of lace. So I could put a bit of lace underneath that. It's quite large, that, Jez. It is quite large. Yeah, I think we'll have that dark one. I'm thinking bit of that on the edge. On the edge, mate. On the edge. Yeah. Yeah, I think we might go there. I might take that little bit off. I'm gonna get scrappy bit of paper there because I don't want that sticking up my desk. Now this is the sort of thing I would do watching a bit of telly, bit of Netflix, bit of YouTube. Right, I'm going to do a bit along there. I've been watching one day, read the book, seen the film, and I got the last episode to watch, but I know it's going to break my heart. So, I mean, the penultimate episode, kind of knew what was happening because I've read the book and seen the film, and but you still kind of go no when you watch something, as if you can change the ending. But, yeah. I like. So that again, we've got on page, and it can be a little tuck or a little belly band, and something can go all the way down. I think I would stick something on the back of that to make it smoother, if I was going to use it as a belly band, but that is a possibility. But yeah, like that, like it a lot. So we got this. So I think you need a little bit yeah. Right, cut this frill off. And it opens up to be normal. Take you off that. Yeah. So you need a bit of vintaging. Far too clean. That's better. Be nice. Yeah, forgot what I was saying then. Oh yeah, one day. So what I might do is finish some more off whilst watching that, and then show you them at the end, because I think you got the idea of where I'm going with this. And then in my next video I'll do the tags. I'll be using some of the same things think I said in the introduction, which I made ages ago, that I would either be doing clusters or tags. Well, I've done the clusters. I'll do tags next. Some of these will go on tags. And I've made the bases of a few. I want to show you how I'm doing the tags. This lovely glassine will take a bit of colour on the edge where I've ripped it. So that, so let's see, let's pull out what we got. So we've got journaling card there, so that could sit on that quite nicely, or could go on a tag. That tag's a little bit narrow, but that is the sort of thing that I'll be doing. So that could go on a journaling card that way round, as could that, although I like the idea of it as a tuck. So that could go on a journaling card if I had, I don't know, a picture to go with it. So a lot of these will go probably on pockets or in the corner of pages. So what have we managed to do in 26 minutes? We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, we've done 6, 7. Yeah, that's not bad. So I'm going to carry on with those whilst I'm watching something, and it'll be much quicker now I've got these sort of ideas in my head, and then I'll bring you back and show you what I've made. Okay, so I have been busy and I've made a few. So some are small, some are big. I really like the ones where I use the envelope tops, and I've used some more modern ones because you might not have envelope tops from older envelopes, and so I thought I'd show you that actually they look okay. And because I'm doing like the Queen, I'm not just doing the Queen, but you know, I'm going to have probably in later signatures more modern pictures, so it's okay to have more modern stamps. I mean, that was 1997, so that is, you know, I had a baby then and he's 26 this year, so that's, you know, quite a while ago. This one not so much. I think this is 2022 it says on there, and on this one as well, it's the only one that I've used non-real vintage ephemera. So I used a ticket that I made myself, and that's piano paper that I stamped on to make little bits of ephemera. So, you know, you can, that looks just as good, I think, as one with a vintage ticket. So, you know, if you haven't got lots of original stuff, I was really lucky to get a bid on eBay and bought a job lot of about 300 tickets. So that's how I've been using so many. I might slow down now because I'm like getting a bit sweaty about the thought of them all going. So yeah, that's what I've done. I love that one because I had this beautiful stamp and with the crown, so I put it on top of a crown. I really like that. I then went searching because this is Ceylon. I then found a Ceylon stamp and I matched it with the colours. I found that I have a plethora of Ceylon stamps, so I picked out one that was the same. There, that's a very modern stamp there, large letter 2020, but I think it looks fab. Put a bit of lace and this very old, almost antique glassine at the back there, so mixing a bit of old and modern. This one is a bit of scrapbook paper that I cut with a postage stamp punch to pop behind there. So I thought that looked cool. This one, I love that stamp. So this is one of my old salon stamps. Can I see the date on it? No, okay. I've even got my glasses on, and no, it's not legible. Yeah, and I thought it went really well with that colour ticket there. So that one's quite simple and wee. And there's that one. I love these little elements that I've, you know, got from the borders of those large pictures. A nice little bit of rickrack there. That's a recent purchase. I have aged it a little bit with some vintage photo, but yeah, love that. And then we've got some more sort of photo tops. That one's really bright. I might end up going over that yellow a little bit with my distress brush, because it's hurting my eyes. But I'm sure I can find a place where it fits nicely. That was a little bit bare, so I just put a little bit of stamping on there. So yeah, that's so I've been busy fussy cutting and things to get them. So and these are the other ones that I made, just in case you've forgotten them. So a nice little bunch. I am going to need loads more, but what's nice that I've like started making these, and it's now the juices are flowing, and I've got more and more ideas now, you know, for things like this, for decorating tags and corners of pages. So I've got a good stock to start with, and then if I'm doing a page and I need one, I've got an idea now of what I can put on it. So yeah, so I'm just gonna grab a journal and stick a couple of these in so that you can see where I would put them. So this is the largest journal that I am making, and I've just turned to a page here where I've got a blue bit of scrapbook paper, and I've got this one here, and I'm just checking what I've chosen to put on the front of this one. Yeah, that's good. I think that's a similar era, and I could put that there in the corner there. And this is one where I thought it would be a nice tuck, so I could potentially put a tag in there, or something, or you know, somebody who's buying it could put something in there. So that is one place where I'm thinking of putting it. I don't like to commit, or I'm not willing to commit at this stage, so I just put a little paper clip to say that I think I want to put that on there. In one of the smaller journals, let me get my smallest journal, and let's have a look, see what we're doing there. I'm going to stick a picture on there. I've got pictures sort of dotted around, and I've got little post-its to say what I might put somewhere. There, I'm going to put an envelope, so that's going to have a pocket. Are we putting anything on this? It would seem not, so I could put something on there. I don't know what colour pocket I'm gonna do yet, but I could just put a little, just a little thing on there. Actually, that's got music on the background, so maybe just a tiny little thing like that in the corner there. Oh, I like that one actually. She's very nice, and I've got music on music, but I like that, so I'll pop a little safety pin in there to have that as a little keeper there. Pop you in, and I've got sort of paper like that. I've got a nice greeny one. Let me have a little look. So I could decorate these flaps with something like that. That one's a little bit too big, but you get the idea that that's what I could do on there. And then that pretties that up a little bit. So that's my ideas. So hope that was enjoyable. Hope it was useful. So just stamp, bit of music paper. I got a vintage ticket. You can make your own. I have videos on making tickets. If I remember and I'm clever enough, I'll link it. You know, I've got videos on making faux stamps as well. That gets lost, but yeah. So you can check them out. Yeah, that is where I'm going. So some of where's my ready-made pockets? Haven't I got pockets in here? There's one. Shouldn't it? Oh no, it's not. I cut it off. I cut it off, Jez. There's a pocket. Ready-made. Put one of those on the front of a pocket. Might not necessarily be the best colour, that one. That would work really well with that greeny one I made. I'll just have to make another greeny one. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's where they're going. That was the idea behind making these. Clearly, with making 4 journals, I want hundreds. So yeah, hope that was useful. And I will bring you tags. I've now, doing this, got a really good idea for my tags. So so yeah, that will probably be the next episode in my Right Royal journal. All right then, see you all again soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe and press that bell, and then you'll know when I'm loading up some more.